any fucking day. Learn to swim. See you down at Arizona Bay. Let's begin. Welcome to the block. I am your host, Kyle Johnston. It's for the late night addicts, the early morning coffee drinkers. It's for the sports fanatics, the handicappers. I talk a little pulp culture and provide some much needed music in our lives. A little bit of Tool. I am about to kick things off. One more day to the opening ceremonies in Rio de Janeiro. The Rio Olympics is set to begin. It actually kicked off yesterday with the women's football. Canada came away with a 2-0 victory over Australia. USA fucking beat New Zealand. Brazil came away with a victory. We got off to a nice start in the women's soccer tournament. We had the under in the Canada game. We were on Brazil in a parlay, so we can cash that. That was a great way to start the tournament. I got a couple men's soccer picks as well. I didn't lay any futures in this tournament. I'm just going to play. Each game. Play each game on the line. I'm going to do a lot of basketball lines as well, even though I did lay a little bit down on Canada to medal. I'll get to my sports picks in a little bit. I'm going to talk a little Aaron Sanchez and the Toronto Blue Jays, since that's the hot topic around the GTA. Everybody's still talking about it. I haven't really given my 2 cents into it. I've heard what a lot of the pundits. I've been listening to Greg Zahn. I read a little bit about Steve Simmons. I can't believe I'm actually agreeing with Steve Simmons. I do tend to agree with Greg Zahn. He's one of the better commentators, one of the better analysis in the game, one of the better pundits. Sorry about if there's a little bit of a red tint. I got a Canada flag up in the window. We don't really have our blinds yet, but I'm pretty sure the red tint's from the red and the Canada flag. I'll take you for a tour around my place here before I get settled in. It's my new place in Mississauga. Got it with my buddy. Couldn't say no. Basically, it's the main floor of a house. Spent the last 2 years in Oakville. And I just hooked this place up in Mississauga, looking to get my feet wet back. You know, I took like a month vacation off, just did some freelance stuff, which was fun. It was exciting. It was a good learning experience. Got paid a little bit, did some freelance. But now it's time to put my footprint back on the landscape of Mississauga, Toronto, the GTA, Golden Horseshoe. So make sure the power's off here. We'll take you for a little tour here. I'm not the best at walking around with my laptop here, but we'll give you a little view here. It's a little messy still, but what can I say? But not bad for the old living room. Kick-ass little fireplace that we can heat up in the wintertime. This is where I'll be freaking out most of the time when I'm watching my sports things. So around the corner over here. This is where my office will be. Definitely where my office will be. Nobody will be coming in through this door. It's basically locked. We use the other door. It's a weird little house. Basically, our backyard is kind of our front yard. But this is where I'll be broadcasting my podcasts from now on. We'll jazz it up with some memorabilia. Kitchen's a little messy, but what can I say? At least I have a kitchen. A lot better than my other place. We'll get this place all cleaned up. Roommate's bedroom, yeah, disaster. This is where I'm calling home. My bedroom a little bit right now, not bad. Just getting stuff kind of organized. As you can see, I got shit. Oh, let's see if I got shit all over the ground here. But not a bad little fucking place. Can't really complain too much about it. But that's just a little tour. As you can see, I'm back in here. We got washer and dryer downstairs, stuff like that we can use. A little community room. We do have a couple guys living in the basement, but hey man, if you're living in a fucking apartment, man, you got people below you, people beside you, and people above you. Go on your balcony, you can hear everybody's fucking conversation anyways. I don't know if we could fucking get outside, or if it's gonna be too bright. A little bit too bright, but we got a nice big deck here and stuff like that. Can't really complain too much. Not a bad big ass deck. But anyways, let's talk some sports. Let's talk some sports. I didn't even do that in my last place was small. My last place was just a coach house, right? Like, fuck, it was tiny. But, yeah, it's not bad, man. We got like a, 30 foot by 12 foot deck. 30 foot by 15 foot deck, I'd say. Can't really complain too much about that. We'll jazz that up here as the summer goes on. Really, next spring, next summer, we'll be smashing some parties out there. Barbecue, get the yawning up. So it's not too bad, man. It's better than a goddamn balcony. Sorry about the hairdo. Just went for a fucking run. But anyways, Aaron Sanchez, Toronto Blue Jays. So Aaron Sanchez, well, arguably Toronto Blue Jays' best pitcher. Just hang on a sec. Just hang on a sec. Something's kind of caught my eye. Alright, let's rock and roll. So Aaron Sanchez, Toronto Blue Jays, arguably the best pitcher in the American League. You know, Chris Sale's kind of blowing his Cy Young chances, basically, by going on his fucking temper tantrum. He hasn't really been in fucking good form. I don't blame him for the temper tantrum. It really is about performance. But, man, sports has shifted into business. It's all about money. It's all about selling jerseys. But Chris Sale's kind of shot himself in the foot. Aaron Sanchez is not shooting himself in the foot. Basically, the Toronto Blue Jays, in my opinion, are shooting themselves in the foot. So the kid's 11-1. He's their best fucking pitcher. He's a fucking fireballer. 20-9 in his MLB career. He's got 2.71 ERA this year. Started 21 games. He's thrown 139 in the third innings. Now his previous high was what, 92 innings? 2015, where he went 7-6. Started 11 games, but appeared in 41. That was last season. But this is what I look at it. This is what I think about the situation with Aaron Sanchez. You know, he's 11-1. He's your fucking best pitcher. He's made an impact on your fucking team this year. You probably wouldn't be in the position that you're in without Aaron Sanchez. The kid's young. I say ride him until his arm fucking falls off. What do you owe the kid, really? You gave him a shot in the major leagues. That's about as much as you fucking owe him. Other than that, he's fucking the Toronto Blue Jays fucking property, man. I'm sick and tired. Like, as a fan of teams, I hate when I fucking hear about teams saying, oh, what about the future? Oh, what about the future? Oh, we're looking towards next year. Unless my team is absolutely fucking shit and has absolutely no chance with fucking anything, like the Oakland Athletics, or it's in their culture, like the Oakland Athletics, or even the Tennessee Titans. I don't want to be hearing about fucking next year. Even if it is in their culture, I don't want to hear about fucking next year. Especially the position that the fucking Toronto Blue Jays are in. They've been fucking waiting, They waited, 93, 22 years to get into the fucking playoffs. They finally got into the fucking playoffs, went on a nice run. There's no guarantee that the team's going to be fucking good next year. There's no fucking guarantee that Aaron Sanchez will even be healthy through an entire year next year. There's no guarantee Aaron Sanchez will be as good as he is this year. Next year as he is this year. I remember right about the same time, well, not the same time, but a little bit later on, when Marcus Stroman came up, started doing what Marcus Stroman did, and the same hype that we see here for fucking Aaron Sanchez, we heard the same fucking hype for Marcus Stroman. Oh, this kid's an ace stud, blah, 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 this, Marcus Stroman this, Marcus Stroman that. All we heard about Marcus Stroman, people were saying that they choose Marcus Stroman over David Price in the Game 7 or a Game 5. So I say, fuck it, man. Ride the fucking kid till his fucking arm falls off, man. This is your time to fucking win and win now. There's no guarantees next year. There's no guarantees in 2 years. Fuck, there's no guarantee in fucking October that the kid doesn't get fucking hurt, even by going to the bullpen. Look at Steven Strasburg. They shut him down. They limited him. Didn't prevent him from fucking blowing his arm out. So I'm in favor of leaving the kid in the fucking rotation. The kid's got to stay in the rotation. He's the one pitcher that really strikes fucking fear in fucking opposition fucking batters. Marco Estrada, yeah, he's having a good year, but does he really strike fucking fear in you when you stand up there? Not really. J.A. Happ, does he really strike fear? You know, if I was an opposing team going against him in the postseason, you know, say the Athletics were half decently good, say the Athletics and Rangers flip-flop, and the Rangers were going up against Jays, J.A. Happ, I'm not necessarily scared. R.A. Dickey, don't even have to fucking talk about that. I wish R.A. Dickey was out there. Marcus Stroman? No. Aaron Sanchez? Yeah. Aaron Sanchez fucking steps onto the mound. I'm fucking sweating a little bit. So I say you ride the kid till he fucking dies. And like, it'll be like, Blue Jays fans will be upset and blah, blah, blah. Well, do Blue Jays fans want to fucking win? Or do Blue Jays fans even know what they fucking want? You can't fucking have everything, man. That's the beauty about drafting prospects, especially baseball. That's why they have like 30 fucking rounds. There's always another kid coming up in the fucking system. Always. 2-3 years from now, the Blue Jays will be talking about some other fucking kid coming up throwing fireballs. That's just what it is in the Major League Baseball. So I say you fucking ride the kid till his fucking arm falls off. This is the time to win fucking now. It shows that fucking, it shows to the experienced players, the vets, that you want to win now. It shows the Major League Baseball you want to win now. It shows the free agent players that you want to fucking make a winning culture. Yeah, you know, like, it might show prospects who you draft that you might not fucking care about their health and their future too much. But then again, it also shows prospects that you draft that you're willing to get them in the fucking Major League lineup, so maybe they're willing to sign more because they're saying, hey, these guys are going to give me a fucking shot. So ride the kid. You don't owe him nothing. The guy doesn't owe you nothing. It is what it is. It's a fucking business now, man. It's a game. It's baseball. It is. The game's never fucking changed. Just the business side's fucking changed. There'll always be somebody next. There'll always be somebody new. So Blue Jays fans, man, I say you, man, you're fucking you're locked-loaded that you want this kid in the fucking rotation. And the majority of Blue Jays fans I talk to do. The majority of the Blue Jays fans want to ride him out. They want to win. But do you really want to win as an organization, Tron? Now, Francisco Liriano brought in to kind of replace Aaron Sanchez in the rotation. Now, I don't mind Liriano. I'm kind of a fan of Liriano. He's had a little bit of an up-and-down career, but when he's up, it's fucking really good up. Like, he was at 13-8 last year, 200-plus Ks, like 3-point-something ERA. Pitched in wild-card games, pitched in playoffs. Him and Garrett Cole made a nice 1-2 punch over the years in Pittsburgh. So fucking, he's not bad. He's got a nasty slider, a nasty changeup. Now he can fit in and definitely start some games, no problem. I trust him way more than R.A. fucking Dickey. I'd be kicking R.A. Dickey out of the fucking rotation. That's what I'd be doing, keeping Aaron Sanchez fucking in and putting fucking Liriano in Dickey's spot. Now I know Dickey's basically useless out of the fucking bullpen, but that's the fucking point, is that I'm not a fucking R.A. Dickey fan at all. Now, so I say you ride Aaron Sanchez. That's what I'd fucking want. If he was on my team, as I was in that position, I'd say, let's fucking ride him. Let's fucking ride him. That's one thing I like about Oakland. They're not afraid to ride their young fucking studs. Yeah, some of them get hurt. Yeah, some of them blow their fucking arms out. But look how many times we've been in the playoffs and made somewhat of a run over the last 15 years. Fucking a hell of a lot more than the fucking Blue Jays organization, I can tell you that much. The Blue Jays are all pumped about going to the fucking division finals. Well, come on, man. You gotta make it consistent. You know, it's still going to be a struggle for the Jays. There's no fucking guarantees this year, man. Baltimore, Boston, the AL East is going to battle right down to the fucking last week. I think one of those AL East teams will snag a wild card spot, but it's going to be fucking one of those fucking sprints to the finish in the last 2 weeks. And I think Aaron Sanchez would be a vital weapon coming out of the fucking starting rotation. Not the bullpen. Not the bullpen. Even though the Jays bullpen sucks. Jays bullpen's fucking awful. You're sitting there relying on Jason Greeley. Ooh, is he fucking scary? Old man Greeley? Fucking Joaquin Gascan Benoit? Fucking, he doesn't fucking scare me. Fucking Brett Cecil? Come on, man. I'm fucking laughing I always laugh. Every time I see Brett Cecil and Luke come out, it's like fucking just one after another. Oh, try this guy, go back to Luke. Back to Cecil, back to Luke. Don't you have any other left fucking handers in your fucking minor league system, Jace? I know you tried Morales a little bit there, but he's fucking gone. Biagini. Maybe that Barnes kid's something. But fucking your bullpen's not very good. So it does strengthen the bullpen, you know what I mean. Liriano could come out of the bullpen as a lefty specialist. He's not really, that's not really his routine. But I say fuck it, man. Don't worry about the health of the kid and all that, man. Like, fuck it, man. baseball's a weird one, and you know, I know there's arm problems and shit, man, but sports is evolving towards younger athletes. They're becoming more mature a lot fucking quicker, man. They're fucking vital weapons, whether it's soccer, whether it's, or football, or the NFL. Basketball, we see it a lot. Hockey, we're seeing the age and younger players making more and more of an impact. So I say you ride until you die. Fuck it, man. Screw it. I think the kid would say the same thing. Give me the ball. Give me the ball, Gibby. Give me the ball, Gibby. Give me the ball, manager. I think he'd be fucking all up for it. Like, obviously wouldn't say, like, we don't care about your health and stuff. And if I obviously saw a huge decrease in his velocity and his performance, then that would be fucking red flags flying left, right, and center. But we haven't fucking seen any of those signs now, have we? So that's Aaron Sanchez. That's the Toronto Blue Jays situation. I will segue that into some sports picks, and we will start with the Major League Baseball. We'll start with the Diamond. So let me pull everything up. I got a bunch of Olympic stuff up right now. So we'll start with the Diamond here. There's a couple of games that kind of caught my eye. Alright. First game that caught my eye was the Detroit Tigers. Red hot Detroit Tigers. Look out in Cleveland. They're fucking coming, man. They're fucking coming. They're a couple games back in Cleveland. They fucking won like 8 out of 10 games, something like that. They're fucking right on fire, man. Cabrera's fucking smashing the cover off the ball. Verlander, you know, he's kind of gotten off his... He was fucking dating Kate Upton. I don't blame him for being fucking distracted. I'd be fucking a little distracted, too. Every time I'd be fucking handling balls and stuff like that. What do you think would be going in my mind thinking about my girlfriend, Kate Upton, man? Like, fuck, man, I don't want to be a sleazeball, but she's pretty fucking hot. Good on Verlander, but, you know, Verlander's pitching as old as his old self. The fucking Detroit rotation's starting to come together with Boyd. And they're getting Zimmerman back off the DL today. Zimmerman takes the mound for the Tigers. They're hosting the Chicago White Sox with Jose Quintana, the left-hander, on the mound. Tigers are minus 130 favorites. Total in this game is 8.5. Now, I like the over 8.5 in this game. The Tigers have been smashing the cover off the ball. The White Sox have actually hit Zimmerman pretty hard in his career. And Zimmerman's coming off the DL. I really don't like taking pitchers that are coming off the DL or taking unders with pitchers that are coming off the DL. They might be on pitch counts, a little bit rusty. You know, AAA batters and Major League batters, there's a big difference. So I think the Chicago White Sox can get a handful of runs themselves off Zimmerman. And the Detroit Tigers historically have smashed Jose Quintana hard. Tigers are 16-14 against left-handers this season. Tigers have won the last 3 outings. Sorry. Jose Quintana, in his last 5 outings against the Detroit Tigers, has no wins. He's given up 3+ runs in 3 of those outings. He had an awful outing earlier this year. 4 2/3, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 Ks. So I look for the red-hot Tigers bats to jump on Quintana pretty fucking quick and early. And I look for the White Sox to get a handful of runs. So I like the over 8.5 in the White Sox-Tigers game. The LA Dodgers. They're in Colorado. Kenta Maeda takes the ball for the Dodgers. Chatwood's on the mound for the Rockies. As it stands, the Dodgers are minus 140 favorites. We're seeing a little bit of movement on them. I got them at minus 135. Total in this game is 10.5. As I said, I like the LA Dodgers to pull one out here. They've lost the first 2 games to the Rockies. The Rockies actually pounded the Dodgers pitching pretty fucking hard. I look for the trends to reverse today. Kenta Maeda is a pretty good pitcher. He had a pretty solid outing earlier this season in Colorado. 6 2/3, only gave up a run. So he also beat Colorado at home. So he's pitching well against the Colorado Rockies. So I look for the Dodgers to pull one out in the Mile High State and beat the Colorado Rockies. Now I got no judgment on the over in this game, so I just take the Dodgers. The Dodgers should pull this one off. My last MLB play today. Another late night action game. The Boston Red Sox with Drew Pomeranz. Sorry about that, Drew. You're a former A. Drew Pomeranz. They're still in Seattle, still on the road in Seattle. Take on the Mariners. Miranda, young kid. I think he's making his debut. I'm not quite sure. I don't know anything about him. Hard to find some info on this kid. He takes the mound for the Mariners. Red Sox are minus 135. The Mariners are plus 115. Total in this game is 8.5. I like the Boston Red Sox to get this done today. Drew Pomeranz is pitching pretty well this year. The Seattle Mariners have an awful record against left-handers. 15-23 on the season against left-handers. Seattle. Drew Pomeranz, 2 outings with the Oakland A's against Seattle, pitched pretty well. Picked up the win in both of those decisions. Now, Seattle took the first 2 in this series, so I look for Boston to take one before they head out of there. Pretty sure it's only a 3-game. Sorry about that. Seattle's taken 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 against Boston. So, Boston's looking to, tie this series up before they get out of there. I think they will. They are struggling, though, the Red Sox, 3-7 in their last game. But I look for that to change. I like Drew Pomeranz and the Boston Red Sox up minus 135. I look for Big Papi to give the Seattle Mariners fans a little show. Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts. Boston can hit the ball pretty easy when they fucking feel like it. And I look for them to jump all over this young kid, Miranda. So I like the Red Sox at minus 135. Whew! Before I move over to the Olympics, we got some CFL action going tonight. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, holy fuck, man. They laid a fucking beat down on the fucking Hamilton Ticats last night. 37-11, but it was 34-0 at fucking halftime. I had the Blue Bombers teased to the over, so fucking a little bit of a sweat job in the second half. There wasn't a whole lot of scoring. There was only, 14 points in the second half, but it was enough. Now I feel bad for everybody who had the over in that game. It landed at, 48? You need one more fucking field goal, man, or a couple of rouges. Ticats were fucking awful, but we should have known that when we were seeing some of the interviews with Ticats players. They were saying it's been a long day, they're tired, they want to get out of there. They were at the fucking stadium all fucking day. So it wasn't a good situation for the Ticats. There was some crazy weather going on in Winnipeg. But that's in the past. And in the present, we got the BC Lions in Montreal to take on the Alouettes. As it stands right now, the BC Lions are minus 2.5 point favorites. Total in this game is 49.5. Montreal Alouettes came out and pounded the Saskatchewan Roughriders last week. I look for the Alouettes to stay hot. Duron Carter. Who's the fucking old fucking QB fucking there, man? It's fucking Kevin Glenn is healthy. When Kevin Glenn's healthy, Montreal can fucking put up some points. Their defense is pretty solid, the Montreal Alouettes. So I like the Alouettes at plus 2.5. I have no play on the over in this game. BC Lions got to go across country. I don't like betting West Coast teams in the East, even though it is the CFL and there's only fucking 9 teams. But I like the Montreal Alouettes to get it done in Montreal tonight. Put 2 in a row together. 2 wins in a row. So I got the Alouettes up plus 2.5. Seeing them on the money line too. It was at plus 120, now it's down to plus 115. So we're seeing some movement on the Alouettes. So if you like the Alouettes, jump on them now. I like the Alouettes at plus 2.5. Now before I get out of here, we got a little bit of Olympic action going on. The men's soccer have kicked off. We got the under-23 Iraq under-23s taking on Denmark under-23s. So let me get to this here. All right. Now, I like the under in this game. The under was, minus 167. when it kicked off. As it stands right now in the 38th minute, it's 0-0. Denmark is plus 188 on the in-play to win. Iraq is plus 220 to take 3 points in the in-play. The draw is plus 150. Now, I like the under 2.5 in that game, minus 167. I got that parlayed up with the under in the Honduras-Algeria match. That's minus 188. It's about a plus 140 parlay. Parlay them both together. I think we should come away with some cash. I think we should be able to cash that wager. Honduras not going to be able to score too many goals. Algeria is going to sit back and try to soak up pressure and counterattack. Not going to be a very exciting game in my opinion. I didn't think the Iraq-Denmark would be an exciting game either. Denmark's in the Olympics for the first time since the 80s, I'm pretty sure. Like, what, fucking 86 or something like that. Iraq, not a big threat to score either. They're going to be just like Algeria. They're going to sit back and try to counterattack. 1-0 victories, some set pieces. So if you haven't clicked on it, click on the under in the Iraq-Denmark game. Quite possibly, I'm not quite sure what the in-play has, but definitely click on the under in the Honduras-Algeria match. Now, 4 o'clock Eastern time, we got the Mexico under-23 team kicking off against the Germany under-23 team. This is going to be a fucking hell of a match. I like the over 2.5 goals in this, minus 105. We're going to see some goals. Jesus Corona, Herving Lozano. Let me make sure I just, said his name correctly. Herving Lozano, Jesus Corona, Alfredo Talavera. They got some fucking good fucking players, Mexico, they're fucking coming ready to play. Oribe Peralta brings a lot of experience at the striker position. So Mexico and Germany are going to fucking have an epic fucking game today, I'm pretty sure. I like the over 2.5 goals at minus 105. Watch out for Max Meyer, Germany's fucking little magician in the midfield. He plays for Schalke 04. He's a hell of a player. He's very exciting. Probably going to be one of the best players. Germany also brings the Bender twins, Lars and Sven Bender, 26 caps between them for the national team. Very good players. Play for Bayern Leverkusen and Borussia Dortmund, respectively. And they're also bringing 27-year-old striker Niels Petersen, who can put the ball in the back of the net. He's your typical striker, likes to play in the box, likes to get his head on the ball, a little bit of a poacher. So I look for goals to be flying in the Mexico-Germany match. Especially if Germany get a goal early, look out, man. Or if Mexico get a goal early, look out. It's going to be one hell of a game. It's the game I'm looking forward to today. I'm also going to keep my eye on Portugal-Argentina. As it stands right now, Argentina's at plus 120. Portugal's plus 250. The draw's plus 210. I like Argentina. I haven't clicked on Argentina yet, but I'm really leaning towards Argentina. But I have clicked on the over 2.5 in the Mexico under-23, Germany under-23 match. Germany's plus 125 to take 3 points. Mexico's plus 220 to take 3 points. The draw is plus 225. Now, before I go, I know it's a lot to fucking take in. Just soak it in. As fucking Chris Jericho would say, just breathe it in, baby. Breathe in the fucking block. Before I go, I decided to click on the Canadian women's basketball team to medal. I think they're going to have a chance at the bronze medal game. I can get them at plus 600 to medal. I'm obviously going to be following and betting a lot of basketball point spreads. But I don't think they're going to win gold. They're not going to win gold. That's between the States and Australia to decide that fucking shit. But I think Canada can take on Spain and Serbia. Who else is fucking sitting there? So I think Canada can take on Spain and France and Serbia. I don't think Brazil is going to be too much of a challenge. Obviously, the home crowd will be pumped up, but I'm not too worried about them. I'm not worried about Turkey or Belarus. But I think Canada can take on Spain and France just to get that chance at the bronze medal game. So I like them at plus 600 to win the bronze medal, basically. Now I got a busy day. I got to run into Oakville. I got to respond to some emails. Glad you could join me. Remember, you can find my work on Twitter at KJ_the block. You can find my work on my blog site, kylejohnstonblog.wordpress.com. And remember, if you're not laying the money down on the table, you're not winning.